and here we are in Las Vegas, racing again with Alfie White. Now, you might be wondering why the Ferrari is mostly yellow. Well, they got a new title sponsor, McDonald's. So, it's 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go in Las Vegas. Alfie goes round the outside and already is getting a few overtakes. But Alfie knows there's going to be chaos at the first turn and slows down majorly. He does hit someone, but makes sure he stays mostly out of it. And there we go. Alfie has stayed mostly out of that. Hopefully he doesn't get into more of it in this quite slim part of the track, very tight in here. This is the hairpin where Alfie's been hit, but it looks like it's fine, and Alfie's down in 15th, but it looks like he's about to make some overtakes as that car is looking awfully slow. Probably has some damage on it, to be honest, and it looks like Alfie is settled in 6th. Now, he can see all the cars in front of him and is looking for the race win again today. Italy didn't go his way. Unfortunately, he didn't get the podium like he so would have wanted. There's a crash in front of Alfie, and Alfie's managed to snag that position. Oh no! On the thin part of the track, there's been a bit of a pile-up. That is the risk of that thin part of the track there. It is very skinny, and obviously if there is a crash there, you can't do much to avoid it. So you know, Las Vegas is quite a tight track. Obviously it's a street circuit, so you get a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing, and which is quite fun. And Alfie has managed to get into 4th, I think, or 5th. He's almost 4th. Oh no, he's 2nd. Alfie's managed to jump up to 2nd in that kerfuffle that happened at the start-finish straight, and is now in. Oh my goodness! There's a crash in the tight part of the track on the street, and Alfie's made some connection and has dropped some positions, which is not good. Alfie's being hit in the what's it called? Alfie's being hit in that part of the track right there, but luckily he managed to get back up. And these positions are all fighting right here as Alfie manages to get slipstream on a few drivers, and is battling. It's four-way, four aside. This is insane. 4 wide, that is what I meant to say. Now Alfie's got a slipstream, but like there's 5 people with slipstream, and Alfie's in a 4-way battle right now. And oh my goodness, cars are sideways. Alfie has gone into the barrier. All 4 of these cars are this is an intense racing right now as they go out of the hairpin, and Alfie's managed to stay quite far up the pack, and Alfie's managed to overtake the whole pack. Oh my goodness, Alfie's managed to overtake all of them as they all crash into a wall. That was incredible. As you can see, I mean, Alfie's skill coming out there, and is now 3 seconds behind the leader of this race. Alfie was in front for a bit, but he couldn't quite make it happen at that street part of the track, as we know. But Alfie is coming up on the leader and can see him right ahead of him. Obviously Alfie is trying to make up that position and to get the race win today, so let's see what he can do about first place. First place, Alfie's gaining on first place majorly as he gets slipstream and goes past him. Now first place is probably going to try and get that position back. Alfie gets slipstream on a back marker, but second place does an amazing overtake, and there's a crash in the middle of the track out of turn 1, and Alfie doesn't manage to get that. But first place is battling, and Alfie is now in first place. Trevor basically re-overtakes Alfie, but he is a back marker, so you know it's fine. And Alfie is crashing into a lot of people, but it is okay coming out of the hairpin. That was almost quite a big catastrophe, if you want to put it like that, as Alfie pulls away from first place. Alfie is now 3 seconds ahead for first place, which is great. Obviously for Alfie, on the 7th lap of the Grand Prix, Las Vegas proves to be quite a chaotic race. You know, lots of drivers all on the track, and Alfie clips the side of the track and spins out 5 seconds ahead of second, but he's no longer 5 seconds ahead. He must be about 3 now after that detour on the track, should we say, as he goes into the hairpin. Quite a boring track, I would say. You know, Las Vegas always proves to be quite, you know, it is a quite simple track. They had to fit it in to a small area, which obviously makes it some good racing. This small form factor really helps Las Vegas become a really good track for wheel-to-wheel racing. You know, everything's really quite tight. There's a lot of, you know, wheel-to-wheel action going on, and it's quite fun every time we're at Las Vegas. Going into the hairpin, gets a bit wide there, goes off the track a little bit. But Xenon, hang on a minute, Xenon's pushed, gone back to 4th, which isn't good for Xenon, as Alfie is in the lead by quite a healthy margin, as he lets back markers go in front of him a little bit. You know, he's not trying to cause any accidents as he comes out of turn 2 onto the second straight. And Alfie is now 15 seconds ahead of the leader. Very impressive, as he lets that yellow car get in front of him. Not trying to cause any accidents, as I said, and doesn't run wide there. The yellow car does, and loses his front wing. Alfie should be pitting on the next 2 laps, I would say. Alfie's on the hard tyres, and you know, that makes him, allows him to stay out for much longer. So Alfie, oh no, Alfie gets hit into the wall. That isn't going to cause Alfie much damage, but there's 2 cars hitting him, and it looks like Alfie's been spun. That is not good. Maeve Commando might have gained a good few seconds off that little tangle that Alfie's had with that blue car, and yes, it has 10 seconds off of Alfie's time. So that isn't very good. Alfie just lets Luca go in front of him. As I said, not trying to cause a crash, especially at the hairpin. The hairpin is quite a, you know, intense part of the track, and Alfie does not want a crash happening, especially not at the hairpin, where, you know, anything can happen. Going around Vapor for the 5th time this race. He has let Vapor go in front of him quite a few times, and it looks like he's pulling away from Vapor, unless, you know, Alfie gets into a crash again. That could lead to Alfie being taken by Vapor again. But it looks like Alfie's quite healthy right now. Not too much is going on. Going out into the hairpin. There we go. How many times am I going to say that in this race? As we go past into the final straight. Now, a few people, looks like, in front of Alfie, not trying to cause any accidents here, gets slipstream and goes past them. There is a car in the middle of the track, and another car out of turn 1. There's quite a big crash, actually, into that car in turn 1. Hopefully that clears soon. We need to get some stewards out on the track to clear that. Not very good. Definitely a safety risk. And Alfie's actually got some clean air, which is surprising. Doesn't have clean air too often, which, you know, is yeah, it's quite nice for Alfie. As Commando does gain quite a bit on Alfie, actually. You know, I think Alfie can last about 1 more lap on this tyre compound, and after that, I don't think he can last anymore, as Alfie goes into turn 1 again. The car's still on the track, but luckily he's a bit more out the way, not on the racing line, so it's fine. He's not crashing into anyone. but that car does really need to get removed soon, otherwise it might cause some chaos like it did last lap. As Alfie is exiting the clean air, just going into a few cars right now, and these cars are quite slow at the back here. Alfie's not too worried about them, and it looks like Alfie is going to pit right now. He's hoping that second place doesn't overtake him while pitting, and he does. Mave Commando gets in front of Alfie after he pits. That is not good for Alfie, as Mave Commando gets way ahead, more than 1 second. So that is not good for Alfie. With 2 laps left, this could be a shocker for Alfie, as Mave Commando has made up a valuable time for Alfie going into the hairpin, and Alfie doesn't get crashed out. That's most what he hopes for not to happen, as Mave Commando is just in front of Alfie, and it looks like it's going to come to the wire battle on the last lap. Can Alfie make up 2 seconds in this time? I don't think he can. Mave Commando gets slipstream on all these cars, and Alfie crashes, and oh no, Alfie has crashed, and I don't think he can do it unless Mave crashes now. Alfie has lost the Las Vegas Grand Prix. He's come second. That's not good. Alfie's been crashed out, and he is fuming. Oh my goodness, Alfie's upside down, and that has definitely lost him the Grand Prix. That has lost him it. He's been crashed out by a pink car. He has no front bumper anymore, and this is just not good. Mave Commando has won the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Oh my goodness. Alfie has lost that right at the end while pitting. That is just the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. Alfie has lost the Las Vegas Grand Prix by like 1 second.